First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry now for Pierre Strong. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. You look at this Colt defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Second down, here's Strong once more. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. This defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there for Houston. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Stroud. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Mallory, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's caught at the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that a very nice-looking touchdown run.
And on his first carry of the game as well. And you remember, Brandon, we talked to him yesterday, and he thought he was going to have a big game. He thought everything aligned perfectly. He liked what the defense was presenting, and he really liked what he was getting from his blockers.
Shane Steichen, aggressive as a play caller. He's going to go for 2 here. Richardson will throw for it. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing now is Stroud. Got his open man. It's Mallory. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Give up the middle to Strong. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Stroud. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. And Stroud now to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. Richardson out of the shotgun. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on separation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
3rd and 2. Now it's Richardson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Strong again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stroud to throw it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Stroud looking to throw. And this one incomplete. I couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. And the first play will be a field goal try. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Here's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2.
Texans 13.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Colts at 7-3 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They go play action with Richardson. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Richardson. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now they're... Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, the offense, Charles, they were flirting with disaster, already backed up deep in their own territory. So the interception and the pick 6 ensued. That was a big play.
It certainly was, and the short field gave him the rare opportunity to take it all the way back and quickly. And once he saw that he had open field, there's no way he's going to let that opportunity slip away, and finds his way into the end zone.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stroud coming right back after the pick 6. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Stroud is going to audible to something else. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And his drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Going deep this time for Miller. They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Richardson looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and that'll keep this a 9-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Going up top for Miller. He's got it with the 15. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give running right is strong here. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Strong one more time. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Pierre Strong taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Richardson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen fast.
Touchdown! Adnan Mitchell, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. To throw on 2nd and 6, Stroud. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. That is caught, and he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. Tank Dell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And the lead is down to 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Richardson. Flushed out right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A final shot before the half. Richardson buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. That's it for the first half. After the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see. Second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. As this offense takes the field. Good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Off play action. Richardson. They'll roll him out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Richardson going to change the play here. Second and 13. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Albert O from 13 yards out. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Straight ahead is Strong. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Going deep this time for Miller. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Complete. This is Mitchell. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Richardson looking to throw this. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Gets it to Strong. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Stroud looking to change the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's...
And look at this. It's a fake. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Texans are right back in this football game.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now Stroud.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And why the field goal team is still out there is beyond me. Time to reconsider after the delay. The Texans send the punter out. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Fielded at about the 28. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Richardson off the play fake. Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line.
A give running right. It's Hubbard.
And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Now Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
64 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Getting toward the middle of the 4th quarter, and with that lead, they love runs like that.
And don't we spend a lot of time looking at the timeout situation, clock management, but it's really not going to matter much if they can't stop them. And right now, they're really struggling to get them on the ground.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And Stroud now to throw. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. This offense so far on third down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. He'll get this up to about the 44. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On the give, this is Hubbard. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Stroud, the last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Stroud to throw it. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. Now Stroud. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Indianapolis, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans.